The facts are these. You've all been gathered here by the head of this household, millionaire pumpkin baron and recluse H.P. Pennypacker. Upon your arrival, the expired vessel of Mr. Pennypacker was discovered. Shortly after congregating in the observatory, the lights went dark and the housemaid, Mrs. Amelia Hudson, was clubbed repeatedly over the head with a pewter candle shaft. All lines of communication have been cut off, and the only road to the Pennypacker Estate has been washed out due to torrential downpour. And if it wasn't clear before, it should be now. One of you is a murderer. All of you are suspects, and as a Scotland Yard inspector, it is up to me to ferret out this killer even as he hides among the innocents like a snake camouflaged in very tall grass. I will need to interview each of you in turn. Motives. Mrs. Helvetica Harrington. As the co-owner of Gord's Unlimited, you would inherit Pennypacker's half of the company.
Well, I've never heard such wild accusations.
Colonel Kensington. As H.P. Pennypacker's best friend, you were jealous of his sexual relationship with Mrs. Harrington. Balderdash. Murder Bot 9000. You've been Mr. Pennypacker's butler ever since his former manservant disappeared under sinister circumstances. Would you describe him as an amiable employer?
Yes, I would.
Fair enough. Moving on.
That is your line of questioning, Inspector? You hang the Colonel and I out to dry, and you let Murderbot off the hook with a poppycock question like that?
You seem very eager to pass blame, Mrs. Harrington. Have you something to admit to?
For f***'s sake, man, look at the evidence. In the broad strokes, Mrs. Harrington and I may have some tenuous motive for murder, but you're also interviewing a metal creature whose sole function is killing. This seems to me like an open and shut case.
Go on.
Go on. Murderbot 9000 is the killer. The very idea that Pennypacker would let such a thing in his house, let alone be his manservant, is beyond preposterous.
Well, Murderbot did make the most splendid macaroons.
Well, that's true.
Colonel Kensington, everyone! I am not some sort of armchair detective. I've examined the evidence, put together the motives, and I know beyond a shadow of a doubt who the killer is.
No, please don't.
Just...
Please don't.
Aha! Murderbot. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't mildly surprised by this horrific turn of events. I don't understand. What was your motivation?
I've seen things your human eyes wouldn't believe, Inspector. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the Tannhauser Gate. All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in the rain.
I have no idea what the hell that even means. Here, have some bullets!
And I was just learning to love.